So something very interesting towards the middle, but more so towards the end of episode 3 of Demon Slayer here, guys, that I wanted to very briefly talk to you all about. So with the introduction of Saburo and Makomo in episode 3 here of Demon Slayer, um, I have I'm more wondering some stuff, but questioning some things, but more so wondering. We have Tanjiro going through this even much more rigorous training here, and I wonder, guys, does Saburo and Makomo even exist? Just simply because with Saburo coming in first, him having, the basically beating down Tanjiro, right? But then Makomo comes in right after Tanjiro gets knocked out, and she kind of like eases him walks him through the many steps of his weaknesses to kind of, to strengthen him a little bit better and help him to fight better. And then we get to this moment where Tanjiro actually defeats Saburo because Tanjiro's been out in this forest and training for an entire year, evidence of his long hair. But we see him go through this tremendous amount of training. But at the same time, I still question, guys, were are Saburo and Makomo real? And one of the reasons why I asked were they real was simply because after Tanjiro cuts through the mask of Saburo, he turns and looks at Makomo, or actually I think Makomo gets his attention. But here there's this mist surrounding Makomo, and as she's talking to him and encouraging him, she kind of like disappears through the smoke, through the mist of the smoke. And then ultimately Tanjiro turns around and sees this. And that is the fact that he cuts through the boulder. Guys, if you've seen episode 3, we've seen that in his very, very quick and swift fight with Saburo, he cut through Saburo's mask. But it seems to me, it turns out that it was a battle within Tanjiro himself, and these two, Saburo and Makomo, were made up in his mind. Or maybe the mist around the forest that seems to be like the air or something seems to be causing hallucinations for Tanjiro, but it still helps him to hone his skills while he's deep in the forest right here. I have no clue. Just putting it out there for those who don't know, I'm reading the manga after after each episode of the show. I haven't read the manga, I haven't read the full entire manga. I started the show, and then I've been reading the manga chapters after each episode. So I'm just, I don't know. I'm more than likely gonna guess and say that the answers are further in the manga, and we will get them here in the anime moving forward. But that's pretty much all I had to say, guys. I'm questioning, is Saburo and Makomo real? Were they hallucinations of Tanjiro's mind that pushed him to get to this specific level where he was actually able to cut through this boulder here? Or or was, it ultimately seems like this was in fact Yoro's intent in the first place, to make sure that he did pass this test so that he could go to the final selection of the Demon Slayer, uh, to become a Demon Slayer member. But with that, guys, enough of my rambling. What do you all think of this video? Let's have a discussion let's have a talk in the comments if you feel up to it, and I will talk to you on the next Demon Slayer video. Peace, guys.